Hi everybody. I hope everybody is well. Um, I feel so refreshed. I really had a good trip. I got to see my mom and some really good people. I really had a really nice time. So I've got a few things for you guys to show you. And like I said, we're going to start a new tutorial on how I got to make that Santa wreath and also the hat. So we're going to start on that. But I did do a little trip to, I found a Dollar Tree up in Timmins, of all places. And I found things that I couldn't find before. So I did get a couple of these, these square wreaths here. I was like, oh, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I did see a few people use these, so I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with it. Maybe put a Santa right in the middle, right? I got that nice big hole there. So that's kind of cool. Also, today I was in our local dollar store and I saw these. And I thought, well, these would look kind of nice on the back of a wreath. Or I could dress them up and put a nice big bow on them. But I think I'd like to put them inside my wreath somehow. Like if we were to have a wreath, then, have the wreath up at the front, right? And then maybe put these in the back. That would kind of look cool. Yeah, the ideas are flowing. So, I got those. And then they had a couple of candy cane ones. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with that. I tried to put some of that jute fabric, and I failed. Took it apart, and we'll try again with something else. I do have some of this like 5.5 inch that my friend gave me, so maybe we'll use that up on these things. Who knows? So there's that. And then they also had, I've noticed a lot in the craft groups that, they're using those pumpkins, these ones. Everybody's buying these things. So I thought I'd buy a couple to see, what I could do with it. So I took it apart and I ended up with this. And I was like, well, yeah, that's kind of interesting because it's all kind of wound into these little hooks. So, but, I'm in the middle of making a hat and I thought, geez, that would kind of be cool to put my hat on there and make a snowman out of it. All right. So, like I said, the juices are flowing as far as, me being so crafty. So that was that with that. So I will come up with something with that. I think a snowman. I really like the idea of a snowman. Also gingerbread. They got those little foam pieces. But I thought, might be able to do something out of that. Add to the wreath or something, decorate it, right? Punch holes in it and add some petals. I'm not sure. I'll come up with something. Trust me. So, and then I found these little Santa balls. Like, they just have like a little belt on them. I think they're really cute. So, I don't know. Again, I'll find something to do with them. And then I remember you guys, when I was working on this, so I found these little trees. Oh, gosh, right? These were at the Dollar Tree. They come in a little package like this. And there you go. So they're at the Dollar Tree, and they're a buck, 6 pieces. Christmas trees. They come in gold and silver. I thought that was pretty cool. So we have that. And I'm going real quick today. I'm like so pumped up from my trip, and I slept for about 20 hours, I guess. A good 20 hours because I was tired. It's a long trip. So, I put a couple of those little trees in there and it just added to it, right? So we're still working on this right now. But I also found bigger Christmas balls. They were at the Dollar Tree as well. And I thought these were cool. These are really neat. So, there's just a pretty big hole in there for you to put stuff in. So I thought, you know what? I'll try something. I'll put some snow in. And I saw a thing on the craft group where somebody put a cardinal in one of these and then some lights. And then they put snow all over it. And all you can see is just a little window. And you can see the little cardinal in there. And I thought, geez, that's a really good idea. So maybe we'll try that, right? So I just wanted to pass that on to you guys. And then, you know, when I took my pumpkin apart, you know, I end up with some of this. Hey, little decoration for Christmas. I'll use this. So, you know, all doesn't go to waste. All right. All right. Oh, I also found these little legs. Right. These are supposed to be putting outside of your outside your car, and you're supposed to, you know, have this. I thought, geez, you know what? I'll put it in a wreath. I think we're buying them from the wreath store. I mean, like from wreath shops and stuff, you know, to add to our wreaths and stuff. So, you know, how cool is that? I think I'd like to put him inside and make him look like he's jumping in. So I like that. That's pretty cool. So there's little legs. Anyway, yeah. So I'm going to bring my camera down here and show you what I'm doing, okay? So we are going to make a Santa wreath and a hat. And if you look on my Instagram page, I do have, both of them are there, okay? But I want to show you how I got to this hat that I'm making right now and how I'm going to get to the hat that we're going to make together, okay? So bring your camera down nice and slow, and I'm just going to move you this little bit this way, and there we go. So now this little guy, I'm starting to sew him from upside down, okay? I showed you guys this little guy before and how I got here, okay? I had him upside down, all right, inside out, excuse me, and I sewed all the way around. And what I did at the top here is what I cut a circle. I took a circle, and then I took 2 pieces of felt around it, and I glued the felt around it. So I got a really sturdy top up here, okay? So when I turned it around, like it's nice and, you know, it's bendable, but it's nice and sturdy, okay? So, and then, so I sewed this piece. It was just a regular piece of felt, okay, and it's just a straight piece all the way around. That's sewn there. And now what I'm doing is I also made this circle, and I sewed all the way around. I just made a little I did it by hand, and I just kind of tacked it, you know. I just went once around, and then I put a little ribbon around it. So this is a red ribbon with a little bit of a stripe, just to decorate it a little bit. And now I'm at the hat, attaching it, okay, to it. So what you do is you just kind of fold it over when you're sewing, okay? You take it like this, you know, you just little bits at a time, and then you even everything out on it, and then you just take your needle and then pierce it through the whole thing, okay? I hope you can see this. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm attaching the whole thing of the hat, and then right through the brim of it, all right? So I'm just tacking it. I'm like tacking it fairly close, mind you, all right? So I just keep moving it all the way around. All right, so here we go. This is going to be cool. You know, you don't have to be like a major sewer to do this. As long as you go in and out, and you're good. So back and forth, and or if you are, you know, if you do have a sewing machine, you could do this on a sewing machine. You have a much more professional look to it. But at the end of the day, you're just, you know, it's all going to come together, right? All right, so here, you see, here's what's happening. So now I'm going to have like a perfect fold in there on the other side, okay? So I'm sewing it on this side, and it's all going to come together. If you see, look at this is where my sewing is. So it's not like it's going to fold down. It is going to be okay in there. Now, right here, I sewed this part here twice, but I'm going to add a little bit of glue in here because this is the back, so it doesn't matter. This is going to be at the front, okay? So this is pretty easy to do. Yeah, what I did is I cut the circle, and then I made this fit, okay, so that this all fit together, and I got myself a hat. So I'm almost like, I just started attacking it together, so I want to continue on with other things. So what I'm doing with this hat is I'm thinking that maybe I will, here. I want to put a snowman. Maybe I'll have the Santa in the wreath, and also maybe a snowman. I thought that would be really cool. So we'll see. You know, it's just a project I'm on right now. And like I said, I go by the seat of my pants so that, you know, and then I put it all together, and then away we go. So that little foam thing there that I put the two pieces of foam around my little disc, you can get these at the dollar store. The little foam things are perfect for little crafts like this. And it's not going to get wet. You know, if your wreath is outside, it's not going to get wet and retain water so that, you know, you'll get moldy and stuff. I think these are a really good idea. All right, so we're going to move on to my hat. First, we're going to do the hat. So what I did was I did a fold on my hat, okay? I just did a triangle like this, all right? I pinned it, and then I cut it, all right? So this is it. Now, I'm gonna take all these pins out because this is real. I don't want my hat to be on this side. I don't want to see my seam. I want my seam to be in the back, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do this with it. I'm just going to do like a little bit of a fold in here. Am I the right way? Yes. I am going to sew it, or, you know, I mean, if you're in a real rush, you could probably glue this all the way down, all right? You can maybe put a bead of glue from here down, and then, but I think that's going to really stiffen out the hat. So I have to sew all the way down here, but this will be the back part, and then I will open it up this way. Okay. So this will be my hat, you know, sort of like that. Okay. So that's what's going to be, and then from there, I will attach my wreath form. I made this one for an 8-inch. Hold on a second here. I have every size. If I have every size but an 8-inch here, it's like, I did start my video. You know what? I brought it to the side. Doesn't matter because I'm going to be making both with 10 and 8 inches because I want to make both sides. It's both sizes. Both sizes. Okay. So what I do is I take my wreath form and I put it inside there. Okay. And then I take zip ties. I clip, I make holes, and I zip tie it to the wreath form. All right. And then I put my ruffles in. So right now, okay, I just wanted to show you this part and how I attach it to my wreath form. So I'm going to sew this together, and in my next video, I'm going to show you guys how I attach it, all right? And then how we do the ruffles and stuff and how we decorate this. So that's that with that one. And here's my Santa, okay? Now, there's my Santa. I need to cut a hole. I've got 2 pieces of material here, all right? So this is going to be his face. I need to cut a hole in here, all right? And then I need to put, I've got some of this skin tone, all right? Once I put that hole in there, it'll go behind it. So, and then this part will still be there for his hat. And then this is his beard, so I'm going to attach that fuzzy material onto that part, which is not here. There you go. Doesn't matter. Once you got the hole right here, you can, in the front here, we put the fuzzy material. This will be his beard, and I like to put this on top of the red because it gives it a little bit more sturdiness. And it gives you a spot to sew, okay? Because that, remember I was showing you that fuzzy stuff, it really comes apart. So on here as well, if you don't want to use that fuzzy stuff, you can put a white felt. Okay, we can just use white felt on it to make his beard. And then here's how I made this. I actually made a cutout. Okay, this is how I got to this. Is I made a cutout, I put it down on my felt, and I just drew around it. And I knew that my beard I wanted, you know, my beard to be longer, so that's why I cut it like that. And then I cut another one for his mustache. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be that big, and that's where his mustache is gonna go, like so. All right, so this is where we're gonna be at, and then I still have his hat to make, and I'm gonna do the same thing as I do with my wreath, my hat wreath, where I'm gonna make his hat as well. So, you know, this is pretty much what you need to cut out. But this right here, you can just go right ahead and put your white felt and then your that white fuzzy stuff. But I suggest that you make this in white felt and then put your fuzzy, and then that away we go with that. But he's going to be cool. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with this, folks. I wanted to get, you know, keep in touch with you guys and let you know that that's where we're at with the hat. Okay, so I'm going to be sewing the hat like so in the back. All right, well, I'll sew it like so right now, but you know, this is what's going to be in the back. And then what for stuffing, I like to use, I took an old pillow, I washed it, and I take Ziploc bags and I put all my stuffing in Ziploc bags. The reason being is that if this goes outside or if it happens to get wet, then all your stuffing's going to get wet and it's going to cause molding and stuff like that. So in the plastic bag, at least it's protected a little bit inside. So I just kind of stuff it a little bit with the plastic bags. The plastic bags with the stuff, like, you know, the fuzzy stuff you get in a pillow. So I do that. I'm looking at maybe using this this red, and I've got this beautiful red and green, so nice Christmassy colors. Definitely some white in there, so, you know, to brighten things up, because this is a little dark, so we really gotta make that stand out somehow. So those are pretty much, I think, gonna be my colors. I'm not quite sure, but I did want, I mean, the most important part here that I wanted to show you on the Santa was how I got there to make this. So that's how it is. It's the other way, but this is it right here. Okay, so there's my little guy, and you know, that's what he's gonna look like. Let's see, is there anything else? Well, we got 18 minutes here. I wish I could start doing petals with you, but like I said, I just got back from my holiday. I'm gonna bring you guys up. I just got back from my holiday, and I just wanted to make a quick video to let you guys know, if you guys want to follow me with this, this is where I'm at, and you guys can maybe make your cutout and you know, make your Santa, and you can go ahead and sew them. And remember that you have to make a little hole for his face. Okay, so this part only on one part of these pieces, okay, because that only at the front is where we need the hole. And then the hole will have this nice little fabric here, like so, right? And that's where we're going to decorate his face. So you can either do googly eyes on him. I actually made another nose with that, and I stuffed it, and I punched it through, put a hole through, and I punched it through. And then, you know, his mustache. Can't we stop? It's like when I do videos, everything that's on. So yeah, so then, you know, and then, you know, his nose is on top of there, and I made a big nose, and so he looks pretty cool. So there you go. Yeah, so I hope everybody is great. And I missed doing my videos. I was gone for a week, and that's all I thought about. So, and that's all I thought about was wreathing. So I'm addicted. So on that note, folks, Please subscribe to my channel. It's very important to me that you do. And I'd like to wish everybody a wonderful night. And God bless each and every one of you. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. It's phenomenal where I'm at in such a short time. And it's so appreciated. And the reason I've got these three up here, because, you know, everybody's been asking about these three wreaths. This is a 34-inch wreath as well as this one. So I put the same thing together, those three 4 inches apart wreath frames. So on that note, have a great day, everyone, and God bless.